Okay, so today we're diving into something pretty amazing, something most of us probably never even think twice about. We're talking about these humble, unsung heroes working right under our feet. Yep, you heard me. Get ready to meet the planet's real primary care physicians, the doctors of the soil. So let me start with a little riddle for you. Who is it that heals our entire planet, acts as a kind of soil surgeon and fertility expert, but does it all without any eyes or bones or even legs? I mean, really think about that. The answer? Well, it's at the very heart of what we're talking about today, and I bet it's going to surprise you. So, to figure out how this creature pulls off these, well, medical miracles, we've got to look at its biology. Let's dive into the anatomy of this healer and check out the pretty unique equipment it's working with. Okay, so take a look at the Earthworm's toolkit. It's just perfectly designed for the job. Its whole body is made of these segments, right? That gives it this incredible flexibility to wiggle through the soil. And no bones, no legs, no eyes. Why? Because it doesn't need them. It literally breathes through its skin, which is why it has to stay moist. And that simple little digestive system, that's the powerhouse. That's where all the magic happens. It's not missing features. It's perfect minimalist engineering. And here's how that amazing toolkit actually works. It's really a simple three-step process. First, it just swallows up soil and old decaying leaves, all the stuff on the ground. Then its gut goes to work, pulling out all the good stuff, all the valuable nutrients. And finally, it releases what's left behind. And this stuff, we call it castings, is incredibly fertile. It's like a tiny natural recycling plant turning trash into treasure, or, black gold for the soil. All right, so we've seen the doctor and its tools. Now, let's get to the good part, the actual treatment plan. What exactly is it doing down there to heal our soil? And this right here, this is why we call them doctors of the soil. It's a whole four-part plan. First, all that constant burrowing they do makes the soil loose and airy. That's called aeration. Second, all those little tunnels they dig create channels for water and air to move around, which is absolutely critical for healthy plants. Third, because the soil is so nice and loose, it's way easier for plant roots to grow down deep and get strong. And finally, those castings we just talked about, they are pure fertilizer, pumping nutrients right back into the ground. It's a complete treatment plan in one tiny package. Okay, so we know what they do, but just how big of an impact are we talking about here? Let's zoom out for a second and look at the planet's health report to really grasp the massive scale of what these tiny doctors are accomplishing together. Get ready for this number. 1 million. That's how many earthworms you can find in just one single acre of healthy land. Just let that sink in. 1 million tiny doctors, all working around the clock, day in and day out, aerating the soil, fertilizing it, and just healing it. The work one of them does might seem small, but when you put 1 million of them together, the impact is absolutely monumental. And of course, we humans are pretty clever, so we figured out how to harness this incredible ability. That brings us to something called vermicompost. You might have actually heard of this, especially if you're into gardening. It's basically a supercharged fertilizer that we make by getting a whole bunch of earthworms together to do their thing. It's probably the most direct way we've learned to use their, let's call it, medical expertise to help grow our own food. This quote here really just sums it all up perfectly. Earthworms aren't just doing a job. They're like a living, breathing report card for the soil. They're a vital sign. If you've got earthworms, it's a really good sign. It means your ecosystem is working, the soil is breathing, and that our Earth is fundamentally healthy and alive. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time it rains and you see one of those little guys wiggling on the sidewalk, what are you going to see? Is it just a simple creature? Or will you see a tireless physician, a master engineer, a doctor on duty performing essential surgery to keep our whole planet healthy?